Kevin Sorbo has always been one of the most based actors out there. I remember when a Comic-Con a few years back was banning him from appearing, and apparently he had no idea he was even supposed to show up at that Comic-Con. Now, of course, a lot of actors like him go out and do signings and things like that at these conventions, and that's how they make a little extra money on the side. But this one apparently he had no knowledge of, and they decided to preemptively ban him literally because he showed up on Sean Hannity and did an interview. It's that stupid, and that's how these people act. I asked Kevin Sorbo about it and wrote this up for the Federalist at the time, and he said, ha ha ha, I don't care what these commies think. They can screw their convention. And I thought that was so based. I really have a lot of respect for the guy. Now, of course, he did great work on Hercules and Andromeda back in the day, some of my favorite shows. And now he's calling out Hollywood for being pretty gay, is what it comes down to at the end of the day. I'll explain why. Here it is. Hollywood actor slams lack of manly man in the industry today and takes aim at Timothy Chalamet. So, best known for playing Hercules, he took aims at lack of manly man. And here he is. He's 65. Also made his, and he talks about Andromeda here. Sorbo, who last month claimed he's been shut out of Hollywood due to his conservative viewpoints, has now written a new essay about a masculinity crisis. That's right. Taking shots at actors and performers Timothy Chalamet and Billy Porter, Sorbo compared them unfavorably to his portrayal of muscle-bound Greek god. It really doesn't matter what end of the masculinity spectrum you fall on. If you're a victim of your own base desires, feminist culture has won. He says, you're exactly the kind of wussy man they want you to be. Society today seriously misunderstands masculinity. Very true. And this all comes down to the fact that Hollywood has pushed everybody out who's not part of like the LGBT community. So if you look at all the male leads out there, they're kind of either wussy or they're kind of fruity or they're kind of, just effeminate in general. And it just seems like that's what they're trying to push completely as an agenda. Now, there's a few exceptions to the rule, of course, but most men in films these days really don't even look like men. It's very ridiculous. And this is, of course, all a part of now the trans agenda that they're trying to push on everything. If you see what they're doing in almost every film, men are always being put into womanly roles, even coming down to animation. If you look at the way that Incredibles 2 forced the dad into this situation where he's this stay-at-home dad with the baby who's barely fumbling around and barely able to manage the kid himself. It's absolutely crazy what Hollywood's attempting to do, but this is across the board. It's a sweeping epidemic, and it is absolutely true. Now, I don't think a manly man would get cast in any roles. I don't think they'd be allowed through the door at this juncture. You get a masculine guy who's charming and who has charisma. They're not going to even put him in any sort of role whatsoever these days. I mean, the best they can do leave for action movies, if you look at Uncharted, is Tom Holland, who he looks like a twig who could be just blown over by the wind or something like that. They've got nothing anymore. That's why Keanu Reeves is really the last action hero, which is kind of sad to think about as well. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.